Have you ever felt that nagging ache in your knees after just a short walk? Or struggled to open a jar that used to be no problem at all? Perhaps you found yourself reaching for something on a high shelf, only to realize your balance isn't quite what it used to be. And you had to think twice before stretching. It's a frustrating reality for many of us as we get a little older, isn't it? That feeling that your body isn't quite keeping up with your spirit. That everyday tasks are becoming just a little bit harder, a little more daunting. We want to stay active, stay independent, keep up with the grandkids. But sometimes our bodies just feel like they're holding us back, making us feel more fragile than we truly are. It's a common story, but it doesn't have to be your story. What if I told you there's one simple, daily movement that I, at 74, rely on to keep my strength, my balance, and my independence, and it barely takes any time at all? And what if I also told you there are 4 other powerful, easy exercises that, when added to your routine, can truly transform how you feel, how you move, and how much energy you have every single day? In this video, we're going to dive into that surprising daily exercise, and then we'll look at 4 other incredibly effective movements that are perfect for us seniors, helping us build muscle, improve balance, and keep us feeling strong and capable. You'll be amazed at how simple these are, and yet how profound their impact can be on your daily life. Make sure to watch to the very end, because I've got something that will genuinely surprise you about staying strong at any age. Now, let's talk about that one exercise that I do every single day, the one that forms the bedrock of my strength and independence. And frankly, it's so simple you might even dismiss it at first. But don't, because its power lies in its consistency and its direct impact on one of the most fundamental movements we do countless times a day, getting up from a chair. We're talking about the simple, yet incredibly effective sit to stand. Think about it. How many times a day do you sit down and stand up from the dining table, from your favorite armchair, from the toilet, getting out of bed? Each time, you're performing a sit to stand. And if you're not actively working those muscles, over time, that seemingly simple action can become a monumental effort, leading to a loss of leg strength, balance, and even confidence. That's why the sit to stand isn't just an exercise. It's a fundamental life skill that we need to preserve and strengthen as we age. For me, it's my non-negotiable daily movement. I don't go to a fancy gym. I don't lift heavy weights. But I make sure to do my sit to stands every single day. And here's how I do it. And how you can too. Safely and effectively. Find a sturdy chair, one without wheels, and preferably one that allows your feet to be flat on the floor when you're seated. Start by sitting on the edge of the chair, with your feet about shoulder width apart and your knees bent at a comfortable angle. Your posture should be upright, not slouched. Now, lean forward slightly, engaging your core, and push through your heels to stand up. All in one smooth, controlled motion. No flinging yourself up. No using your arms to push off your knees or the chair if you can help it. The goal is to let your leg muscles do the work. Once you're standing tall, pause for a moment, feeling your balance. Then, slowly and with control, hinge at your hips and lower yourself back down to the chair, as if you're trying to sit on an invisible chair behind you. The slower you go on the way down, the more you challenge those leg muscles. Don't just plop down. Aim for a gentle landing. That controlled lowering phase is just as important as the standing phase, if not more so. For building strength, I started by doing just 5 or 10 of these at a time, a few times throughout the day. Now, I aim for sets of 15 to 20 whenever I get up from a seated position. Like after finishing my morning tea or getting off the phone, I might do 3 sets of 15 right there. It adds up, and it keeps my legs feeling strong and ready for anything. You don't need special equipment. You don't need a lot of space. And you can fit it into your daily routine without even thinking of it as a separate workout. It's just part of life. If you find it too challenging at first, you can use your hands to push off your knees or the armrests of the chair for assistance. The key is to gradually reduce that assistance as you get stronger. If you can only do 1 or 2 safely, that's where you start. Consistency is what matters here, not perfection. Every single sit-to-stand you do is an investment in your future mobility and independence. This one exercise truly works your quadriceps, your hamstrings, your glutes, and even your core, all while improving your balance. It's functional strength at its best. It strengthens the very muscles you need for walking, climbing stairs, and getting in and out of cars. It's the king of daily movements for a reason. By making this a regular part of your day, you'll notice a real difference in how easily you move around your home and how much more confident you feel. It's truly amazing what a simple, consistent habit can do. Now that we've talked about the incredible power of the daily sit-to-stand, which is truly the cornerstone of my routine, let's broaden our horizons and look at some other vital movements that complement it beautifully, helping us maintain and even enhance our overall strength and vitality as we gracefully age. Let's seamlessly transition into our next incredibly beneficial exercise, wall push-ups. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Push-ups? At my age. But hear me out. We're not talking about those difficult floor push-ups that young athletes do. These are wall push-ups, and they are incredibly accessible and effective for building upper body strength, which is crucial for so many daily tasks. Think about opening a heavy door, pushing a grocery cart, even just getting yourself out of a comfortable armchair. All these actions rely on your chest, shoulder, and arm strength. As we age, we tend to lose muscle mass, especially in our upper bodies, and wall push-ups are a fantastic way to counteract that. They strengthen your chest, shoulders, and triceps, and they also engage your core for stability, all without putting strain on your wrists or back. Here's how you do them. Find a sturdy, flat wall in your home. Stand facing the wall, about an arm's length away. Place your palms flat against the wall, slightly wider than your shoulders, with your fingers pointing upwards. Now, keeping your body in a straight line from your head to your heels, imagine a plank of wood. Slowly bend your elbows and lean towards the wall. Your nose should come close to touching the wall, but don't let your hips sag or your back arch. Keep that core gently engaged. Then, push firmly away from the wall, extending your arms until you're back in the starting position. The further your feet are from the wall, the more challenging the exercise will be. So, if you're just starting out, stand a little closer. As you get stronger, gradually step your feet back a few inches to increase the resistance. I recommend starting with 8 to 12 repetitions, aiming for 2 or 3 sets. You can do these while waiting for the kettle to boil, or during commercial breaks when you're watching television. They're that easy to weave into your day. You'll be amazed at how quickly your upper body strength improves, and how much easier everyday tasks become. This simple movement directly translates into more independence and confidence in your daily life. Moving right along. Our third essential exercise focuses on another key area for seniors, our arms. Specifically, we're going to talk about a modified version of bicep curls. Strong biceps and forearms are essential for lifting, carrying groceries, picking up grandkids, and even just managing everyday items around the house. You don't need heavy weights or a gym membership for this. You can use light dumbbells if you have them, or simply grab a couple of soup cans, water bottles, or even small bags of rice from your pantry. The idea is to use something light that provides a bit of resistance. Here's how you perform them. Sit in a sturdy chair or stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, whatever feels most stable and comfortable for you. Hold one of your weights in each hand, palms facing forward, with your arms resting by your sides. Now, slowly bend your elbows, curling the weights up towards your shoulders. Focus on squeezing your bicep muscle at the top of the movement. Make sure your elbows stay tucked close to your body and don't swing your arms. The movement should be controlled and deliberate, not a jerky motion. Then, slowly lower the weights back down to the starting position, feeling the resistance on the way down. Again, that controlled lowering phase is just as important for building strength. Aim for 10 to 15 repetitions for 2 to 3 sets. You can do one arm at a time, or both arms together, whatever feels best for you. This exercise is fantastic because it directly targets a muscle group that we use constantly throughout the day. And keeping those arm muscles strong will make a world of difference in your daily tasks. It's not about building massive muscles. It's about maintaining functional strength so you can continue to live independently and comfortably. These small, consistent efforts truly add up over time, building a foundation of strength that supports your entire body. Remember, consistency is your best friend when it comes to these exercises. Now that we've talked about building strength in our legs and upper body, let's move on to our fourth incredibly important exercise, calf raises. These might seem small, but strong calf muscles are absolutely vital for stable walking, maintaining good circulation in your lower legs, and perhaps most importantly, for balance and preventing falls. Your calf muscles act like pumps, helping to push blood back up to your heart, and they play a crucial role in pushing off the ground when you walk. As we get older, we often lose strength in our calves, which can make our gait less stable and increase our risk of trips and stumbles. Calf raises are a simple, yet highly effective way to strengthen these muscles. Here's how you do them, safely and effectively. Find a sturdy surface to hold on to for balance, like the back of a chair, a kitchen counter, or a wall. Stand tall with your feet about hip-width apart. Now, slowly and with control, push up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels off the ground as high as you comfortably can. Feel the squeeze in your calf muscles. Hold this position for a moment, focusing on your balance. Then, slowly lower your heels back down to the floor. The slower and more controlled you are, especially on the way down, the more effective this exercise will be. Avoid letting your heels just drop. Aim for 10 to 15 repetitions for 2 to 3 sets. You can do these several times a day, whenever you find yourself standing and waiting, like in line at the grocery store or while brushing your teeth. If you find it too easy, you can try doing one leg at a time, holding onto your support. Of course, this simple movement will significantly improve your ankle stability and give you a more confident stride, making everyday walking feel much easier and safer. It's remarkable how much impact such a small movement can have on your overall mobility and safety. Strong calves mean better balance, and better balance means fewer worries about falls. Finally, we come to our fifth and perhaps one of the most crucial exercises for seniors, the heel-to-toe walk, or as it's sometimes called, the tandem stand. While the previous exercises focused on building muscle strength, this one is all about balance, and balance is truly non-negotiable for maintaining independence and preventing falls as we age. A fall can have devastating consequences, and many falls are preventable with improved balance. The heel-to-toe walk directly challenges and improves your dynamic balance, which is the balance you use when you're moving. Here's how you can safely practice it. Find a clear, open space in your home, near a wall or a sturdy piece of furniture that you can reach out and grab if you lose your balance. Start by standing with your heel directly in front of the toes of your other foot, as if you're walking on a tightrope. Your heel should be touching or almost touching the toes of the foot in front. Hold this position for 10 to 30 seconds. Focusing on keeping your balance, you'll notice your body making small adjustments to stay upright. That's your balance system at work. If holding the static position is too easy, you can take a few steps, placing one foot directly in front of the other. Heel to toe. As you slowly walk across the room, keep your gaze fixed on a point in front of you, not down at your feet, and try to make your steps as smooth and controlled as possible. Take a break if you feel unsteady, and always have that wall or furniture nearby. If you're just starting, you can place your hands lightly on a wall for support, gradually lessening your grip as your balance improves. Aim for 5 to 10 repetitions of the static hold, or walk for 10 to 20 feet if you're doing the moving version. Several times a day, you can practice this during commercial breaks, or even just before you sit down for a meal. This exercise specifically targets the muscles and systems responsible for maintaining your equilibrium, making you feel steadier on your feet, whether you're navigating uneven pavement, getting out of bed in the dark, or simply turning around quickly. It's an investment in your safety and confidence that pays huge dividends. Combining this balance work with the strength exercises we've discussed creates a comprehensive routine that truly supports your entire body, allowing you to move with greater ease and less worry. So there you have it, 5 incredibly powerful, yet simple exercises that when incorporated into your daily life, can truly transform your strength, balance, and overall well-being as a senior. We started with the foundational sit to stand, that one daily movement I rely on to keep my legs strong and my body capable of navigating everyday tasks with ease. Remember, every time you get up from a chair, you have an opportunity to strengthen your body. Then we looked at wall push-ups, a fantastic way to build functional upper body strength for pushing, opening, and lifting, without putting strain on your joints. And we covered modified bicep curls, using simple household items to ensure your arms stay strong for carrying groceries or picking up those precious grandchildren. We also discussed calf raises, those often overlooked powerhouses that are crucial for steady walking, good circulation, and fall prevention. And finally, we delved into the vital importance of the heel-to-toe walk, a simple yet profound exercise for sharpening your balance and reducing your risk of falls. Each of these movements is a small step, a simple commitment, but together, they form a powerful routine that can profoundly impact your quality of life. Remember, the beauty of these exercises isn't in their complexity, but in their consistency. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need expensive equipment. And you certainly don't need to dedicate hours each day, even just a few minutes. Spread throughout your day can make a monumental difference. Think of it as an investment in your independence, your confidence, and your ability to enjoy every moment of this incredible stage of life. Small changes, done consistently, truly lead to big results. You might start slowly, doing fewer repetitions or holding on more firmly to a support, and that's perfectly fine. The most important thing is to start, to listen to your body, and to gradually challenge yourself as you get stronger. Celebrate every single repetition, every step, every little improvement. You are building resilience, one movement at a time. And the surprising thing I promised you at the beginning, it's this. The most effective exercise you can do daily isn't just a physical movement. It's the mental shift from thinking I can't to I can, and I will try. It's the daily decision to show up for yourself, to prioritize your well-being, and to believe in your body's amazing capacity to adapt and grow stronger. No matter your age. That consistent, positive mindset is the real secret ingredient that fuels all the physical improvements. Is the belief that you deserve to feel strong, active, and vibrant. It's truly amazing what our bodies can do when we give them the right encouragement and consistent effort. So, please, don't underestimate the power of these simple habits. They are your pathway to a stronger, more confident, and more independent you. I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these exercises before? What's one simple movement you've found helpful for staying strong? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could truly inspire someone else in our wonderful community. If you found this video helpful and encouraging, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who could benefit from this information. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more helpful content designed just for you. Together, we can continue to learn, grow, and live our best lives at every age, full of strength, vitality, and joy.